Hello everyone and welcome to a new park building series in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I've been looking forward to this one. I've been sitting on this idea for quite a while and I can finally share it with you. And what we're gonna do in this park, you can see this long line right down the middle of Biosyn Sanctuary, and that is because we are going to do a Jekyll and Hyde park, which means one half of the park, which will be this half, is going to be spooky and horror themed, and the other side of the park is just going to be, you know, happy, cheery, beautiful, safe, that sort of thing. But we're gonna start today with the arrival point, as well as the first two exhibits. And speaking of that, I should get started on the dinosaurs. You can see right here, this is like my cheat sheet of stuff I want to use for the spooky section, and stuff I want to use for the happy section. So that's like my little cheat sheet right there. So for the spooky dinosaur, for this first exhibit, I want to do Dilophosaurus. Oh, I don't have an arrival point. That's an issue, isn't it? There, alright. Now we're gonna make Dilophosaurus, and I feel like that's a good starter dinosaur. Kinda spoopy. Gonna go for the movie skin, because it's my favorite. And for the happy side, I felt like homalocephaly, pretty much nothing in this game makes me happier than homalocephaly. So if our guests agree, then it should be good. And we're gonna randomize these so we get a nice, cheery, colorful bunch. I'm gonna get rid of that momentarily. Bam, so it won't distract us. So what I had in mind, now this is already a little bit off center, so let me just start fresh. Alright, so what I want to do at the arrival point, I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. I want to use this one, just so we have a nice focal point. And this also, you know, this has multiple entrances slash exits, so, you know, they can go into the front and they can come out on either side, which also just sort of determines which, you know, which adventure they're going to take. So we're going to place that. And I also had the idea of using the monorail tracks. You know I love my monorail tracks. Let me get some path going first. We'll do this color. So I'm gonna grab one of these. And what we want to do is sort of at an angle. That's about 90 degrees. And then I want to turn it this way. And I want, you see those 4 pillars, which means we have three arches, essentially. That's what I want. And then over here as well, we're looking for 4 pillars, so we have 3 arches, and I think that's pretty good. Alright. I thought about this in advance, as you might be able to tell. But yeah, it's sort of like, you know, I was psyching myself up about how to bring this idea to life, because it is something that I've had in the back of my mind for so long, and I've wanted to do for so long, that I'm sort of psyching myself out, I guess. This is gonna get rid of a pillar for sure. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, lovely. Alright, and on this side, just so it's really clear that this is the point of entry. Beautiful. So there, they can go over to that side. We're gonna do it over here as well. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Obviously, as you guys voted on, this is going to be an entirely unmodded park build. You guys wanted to see that from me, so you ask and I oblige. Obviously, I'm not gonna stick with unmodded forever. Forever. But at the moment, you know, I'm still really enjoying the game, even without mods, so I accept this challenge to make this a really cool park with just the base tools that we have in the game. And I'm going to show you that you can make a cool park with just the base tools. Let me get that arrival point back in now. And I felt like this was also just the perfect time to build this, right? Because it's the spoopy month. And it's going, well, it's only going to be half spoopy, but still. There, we'll do it like that. 1, 2, 3, just so we're even. 1, 2, 3. And what I also wanted to do, because, like, you know, there are limitations in terms of how we can make one side different from the other side, right? But one of the ideas I had was one side is going to be Jurassic Park themed, like, you know, the park has been destroyed, failed experiments, whatever. So that's going to be the spooky side, and then the happy side is like this very, very polished, very theme park, up and running, you know, well-oiled machine, Jurassic World type of place. So one side is going to use Jurassic World branding, and the other side is going to use Jurassic Park branding, which I feel is a little bit more fitting for the spoopy side. That was just my personal take on it. Feel free to disagree. Maybe I should go with gray. Because the idea here is that the gray path is for the spooky side, and the fancy path is for the happy side. So, like, this is Switzerland, right? This is neutral. So, no, I shouldn't do either of the colors. So, it's just a shame that we have a bit of a bottleneck over there. But I guess that's okay. I'm gonna extend that out a little bit. I guess I can use something to fill in that area. Have a little bit of design going on. You know what I could even do? I could even do like the happy side. This color. And the spoopy side. Like that. I don't know. Is that cute? It might be kind of cute. Like, really go for that double theming. And what I also wanted to do is use some decorative water over here. Yes, I know my park is close. It is not ready for her close-up. So, do like a little water feature on either side of this. Come on, really? I want you to really get in there. Come on in. No? Gosh darn it. Alright, just because I don't want the path to like do that weird curvy thing. Alright, now we have our arrival point in place, and I also want to just continue our path theme over here. And we're gonna curve this around. And do that. So that's like a little garden. I might want to, hold on, I might want to center it. So let me start from here. No, I'm making this way more difficult than it needs to be. That's just me, though. There you go. There. And then on this side, we make it fancy. And then around there is going to be like a little garden. I do want this to be symmetrical. Am I even going to like how this is? You know how sometimes when you're building something, you're like building it because you had this idea and you're not even entirely sure if it's pretty? I feel like that this is the stage I'm in right now. But I'm gonna go forth bravely. Shush. I guess that's good enough. And now we're gonna angle this side, because I really don't want this plaza to be enormous, you know? Let me like try to get it symmetrical. And we can attach some shops. We can attach some shops. Now I'm just gonna fill this in. And through the magic of editing, we now have some very weird looking path. But like my new style in this game is not to have it look good from the bird's eye view necessarily, but to have it look good from the ground perspective. And I think I can work with this. Now, one of the key things here is that on this biome, and this is the reason why I chose this biome, right? Because it has, hold on, wrong side. It has the spoopy trees. I really like those trees for the spoopy section, and that's why we're here. So on this side, we're gonna use the Ginkgo Trees. So that's, now here's hoping. Oh, wow, oh, nice. We get one tree. Well, I guess that's good enough, isn't it? That's not too much of a problem, because we have those as individually placeable trees. So I can live with that. There, I'm just gonna add some around our water over here. Ooh, I like that we have this like rotting log right by the entry over there. Here, see, so right away you can sort of see that dichotomy forming between the two areas of the park. Actually, I'm gonna continue the fence over here, because, you know, we really just want to separate it. Well, let's not overdo the theming quite yet, right? So we'll keep it quite subdued for the moment. It will not last. And what we can even do is, like, with the rocks here, we can grab a nice pink rock for that one, and over here, not that big, we can do like the darker rocks to really, yeah, go for that theme. Really, you know, we have to use everything in our toolbox to make this work, right? It's not gonna be easy. Do I want sand here? Do I want rock? Actually, I like the rock. I think that looks good. Here as well, just a light. Actually, let's use the moss on this side, because that just looks like grungy and swampy. It's probably going to be a lot of swamp on this side, but I think that works pretty well for the theme. I'm gonna spend some time decorating that later. I want to continue on with like the overarching structure here. I really do hope that this build is gonna give you like some ideas for your own builds. You know, not maybe like the theme of doing like the split identity sort of park, or even just the little things like maybe, you know, the monorail thing that we've created over here could be kind of cool. Whatever, right? I wanna see what you guys can come up with based on what I can inspire you with. That's the hope, at least. So the other idea that I had was use buildings on this side as sort of maybe a ticket booth kind of situation, or just, hey, come over here to get your park maps, that sort of stuff. So I really want to use this one because it just looks so pretty. Let me find the prettiest side, and that's this is the prettiest side, which means we have to face that way. There, that's how we're gonna do it. And on this side, with the same function, we're gonna use... Where is it? It's not over here. It's also not here. There. That's spoopy. There, the bunker. Because it just looks... I feel a little claustrophobic looking at this, and it has like the bones on the front there. I think that's pretty cool. Now also, right, what we have here is people can go into the main innovation center, and inside they can also decide which way they want to go. So they can come out here to the happy side, or they can come out here to the I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks side. So we want to use the fencing as well over here. And I'm gonna take it all the way around. We're not gonna use the back of the building for anything. So we're gonna... Ugh. Really? You need that much space? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Really? Come on. Come on. Alright, so they come out there. There. That's pretty decent, following the curve there. Maybe a little bit more uneven on this side, but I think that's okay. Looking down, yeah, that's fine. Let me just quickly fill this in. You don't need to be here for this. Now, another idea that I had for the spooky side is, instead of filling this up perfectly, I do need to fill up like the borders of it. Hold on a second. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Let me find the right curve here. Something like that. But instead of like filling this up perfectly, what I want to do is I want to sort of pretend that we have some cracks in the pavement. Now I probably shouldn't overdo it like at the very start, but here you can sort of see what I mean, right? So there. Just some imperfections in the pathway, and then on this side we can later on even incorporate some of my my well-known path art. But on this side it really has to, like, it's still a theme park, obviously. It's all made by design. It's all purposeful, but I really feel like little things like that are going to help. I'm gonna connect that over there, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. There, and this is just a way in which the two sides are further going to be distinguished, and I think that's kind of cool. Now here's where we're gonna have the exhibits. So let me grab like my little paint thing there. So we're gonna have the Dilophosaurus exhibit over here, and this is where we're gonna have the Hominocephaly exhibit. And again, one is gonna be happy and one is going to be terrifying. Let me actually start with the Dilophosaurus side, and for the Dilophosaurus side, I'm also going to need a little bit of something extra, and I just realized I need a path connection. But hold on, I can solve this. I can solve this. There, we can just do it like that. I'm gonna need one of these, because we need some broken fencing. Now, if you are using mods, I think there's a mod that achieves that. I'm pretty sure it's by Kate, and almost all of the great mods are. But I think there's a mod that allows you to, like a brush, it allows you to apply damage. So you can really easily create damaged fences and buildings with that mod. Unfortunately, I do not have it. It is one of the main reasons why I considered getting mods for this particular park, but alas. So what I want to do over here is we're sort of going to make a little side section. Okay, this is just going to be like, just wasted empty space, whatever. It's a big map. We can waste some space. That's actually one of my tips always. Just waste some space. And it's gonna be like a bit of a, you don't know what you're getting into, you don't know what's going on, and then over here it's gonna be like, well, there's a break in the fence, and it's gonna be scary. Just make it that big and just see what the Indominus does with it. And then there, and then that's where you come out again. And we're gonna do that quite a bit with the spoopy side, where it's not gonna, you're not gonna have like this grand viewing opportunity into an enclosure. It's gonna be like these areas where it's like, bah, surprise, suddenly you're face to face with a dinosaur. So we're gonna check the Indominus in here. I need to make it, obviously. And obviously I also need to turn on escapes. So dinosaurs, escapes, high, and comfort on. Apply, yep, okay. Now, because the invisible fence is unbreakable, she should break out through here, and we're gonna use that. So let's hope she makes a big hole in the wall. Now, I won't be able to do this a lot throughout the park. So that's a bit of a shame, because I can't keep turning on escapes, obviously. But for now, we can do it, because it's still at the very start. And I want to do it as often as I possibly can before, you know, it's really gonna start wrecking the entire park. Now, obviously, I need to be able to catch her when she has done her duty. Alright, darling, do your thing. Nice, there you go. Right in the middle, if she continues that will be ideal. Yeah, come on, give us a little bit more. Honestly, oh, it would be cool if she would do that all over the place. Like, have some, like, damaged walls, not necessarily a hole. Because that looks cool. There you go. Oh, that's a nice big hole. That's weird. Let me grab her. There. I mean, there's no guest in the park, so I guess that's fine. Don't break anything over here, though. I don't want you to break anything over here. This is the pretty side. Don't you dare, don't you dare. If you're gonna break something, do it on this side. Ooh, nice. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna put her in a little enclosure over here. This is like our wall breaker enclosure. Just gonna move her in here instead of selling her. Then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back to sandbox, dinosaurs, comfort is off, high escapes, no escapes. There you go. So she's gonna be happy living there. Dinosaurs don't starve. All of that is taken care of. So she's gonna be fine in there. She's digital. Don't worry about her. But this is exactly what I wanted. All right. So what we're gonna do is, oh god, does that? Oh, don't tell me that messes with. No, we're fine. We're good. Whew. Thankfully that worked. Okay, we're still good. I'm kind of scared of accidentally ruining this. So what I want to do is sort of make that centered. Look, I want to make this an awesome park, okay? So there. And now the path. Ooh, can I? Oh. That's a slight issue. Let's just get the path in first. Really take it right by there. There. Honestly, we could leave this open. I don't know, do something with that. Maybe some decorations. I'll leave it open for now and brainstorm on that a little bit. And this is just where people are going to continue into the rest of the park. So I'm not entirely sure what to do with that. I'll have a week to think about it because, you know, the episodes are going to be about weekly. Actually, they're probably going to be exactly weekly. I want to have an episode out every... Oh, don't mess with anything, please. Bam! See? So it's safe, but it doesn't feel safe. And that's the idea. And let's continue over here. I'm not gonna make it too big. So we'll just do it like that. And then I'll... Actually, we'll curve it like... that. So that's going to be our Dilophosaurus exhibit. It's quite big, actually. It might be a little bit too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really sneakily... because I want to keep them in the front. There. So that's going to be the exhibit. And I think that's going to be super scary, where you're just going to walk around the corner and it's going to be like, hello, do you know there's a broken fence here, right? Right? I think that'll be kind of scary. So we're gonna fill that up with the trees. Fog on this map is also just great for the spooky section. Kind of sad that we didn't get a log. That's gonna be spooky. Yes, 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 yes. I like it. All right, so we're gonna get that swampy vibe going on. Yeah, that's gonna be scary. I would feel very uncomfortable if I was walking there. They're just raising that up so we don't see the fence behind there. Oh, look at that fog. It's so good. No, we could probably attach a viewing gallery over here. Oh, we'll do DFW. Just so there's like an official attraction over here. Gonna get rid of this water though, it's a little bit much here. Toss in some of these big ol' rocks. By the way, you're obviously always welcome to leave suggestions for the species that we're gonna use in the next episode in a comment down below, so do feel free to share which kind of species you think should get added to this park. Now, as I say that, I should clarify that not every dinosaur is strictly going to be either here or on this side, right? Some dinosaurs are going to be right on this line, and the exhibit can be seen from both sides, but it's going to be very different viewing experiences. You know, it's going to be the same species, but one side is going to be happy and safe and beautifully decorated, and when you see it from the other side, suddenly that same exhibit is going to be scary. That's going to be, you know, kind of challenging to make happen, but it's an interesting challenge, I think. There. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Need some more sand up front here. Let's actually use this one. Obviously, you know, sand and stuff, that's very spooky. Grass is not spooky, but this is just stuff of nightmares right there. Ooh. Sorry. Okay, so that's basically going to be our Dilophosaurus exhibit, so let's fly them out there. And then on this side, it's just going to be a very different experience. I am going to use the invisible fencing, but it's not going to be a surprise. You know, it's not going to catch you off guard. It just is. There. And maybe we'll do that, actually. Just flowy, friendly, nice. It's kind of big. we might put more species in here. Who knows? There, and as said, we're gonna use the Ginkgo trees in this side of the park. These look happy, these look nice. We could also use like these once in a while. Not quite yet. But later on. There, we're gonna have a little bit of a lake up front. Let's actually continue the lake outside of the enclosure. That's also kind of cute. There you go, in the not scary pink rocks. Alright, and then for the path, we're gonna curve it around this water. There, I'm not quite sure yet where everything's gonna go and stuff like that, but I feel like it would be nice to have this be kind of something like that. There, is that cute enough? Little dots, little circles. Circles are cute, right? Squares, on the other hand, now squares are just badass. I think it's kind of cute. It's sort of like, it's whimsical. Almost childish, but you could say that actually works for this section. This is the family-friendly side of the park. And of course, this section is not complete without plenty of planters. I'm gonna use these because they cover a lot of ground. There, so this is like the little up close and personal section, and then from here they can see them a lot better. You can't really see the invisible fence because it's underwater. And for this part right here, I'm gonna use these concrete barriers. Now, in general, I want to save the DFW decorations for the spooky section of the park, right? Because it's all like utilitarian, industrial looking. There's cages. It's not very friendly looking. But certain decorations I feel apply to both sides, just because they're very useful. So these concrete barriers and also like the tables and chairs, obviously both sides are going to need that. So those don't have a certain designation. Now I'm not using the planters here because the planters are kind of tall compared to our guests. And we'll probably do like a wall of shops over here. I'm gonna fill this out. Now, what I also wanted to do is over here we have like a nice... Here, a nice fountain, because that's the nice section. Welcome to the nice section. And of course, on this side, welcome to the spooky section. We're gonna use the skeleton. Alright, what I think I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna do a lot of the, like, the really fine decorative work in my own time, so I don't bore you to death with that. And then I'll bring you in for the results at the end of this video. But first, let's fly out our homalocephali. Yeah, oh, this is cool. I like this. Yeah, we're gonna be using this idea more often. Oh my god, just imagine being here and... You know, it's gonna be dark. You're not gonna really see that invisible fencing right there. Oh my god. Look at the rubble down here. Cool, 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 cool. Really like that. Alright, here we go, speed build time, doing one of my favorite things, which is just to place a lot of stuff around the place. Now, I've sent the homalocephali into their enclosure, and I really feel like that enclosure needs something else, and possibly also a slightly bigger species, so please do leave a suggestion in the comments down below for what other species you want to see mixed with homalocephali for that very first exhibit in the happy, cheery side of the place. And of course, for the next episode as well, I'm also looking for just what kind of dinosaurs are going to go into the next exhibits. Now, the planner is to do one episode a week, and each episode is going to have that split identity of one happy exhibit build and one spooky exhibit build to keep it October appropriate. And I'm really looking forward to this whole series, and I hope you are too. So if you're not subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the park building episodes, or of course, any of the many things that are coming in between as well. Personally, I'm very curious to see how my PC is going to handle this park build, because it's getting quite noisy the more I play, you know, like an hour into the build, it's getting pretty noisy. And also the last time I built a very complex park on this map, on the Biosyn Sanctuary map, my PC did not handle that well, and I don't know why. Maybe it's like the fog on this map that is causing an issue, but I had some serious lag to deal with, even though I have a very good PC. So hopefully we're not going to run into that, and we can just add as much stuff as we want, you know, to our heart's content. This is the happy side of things with our whimsical sort of polka dotted path art, I suppose. And I'm just adding a lot of planters and seats around, because this is going to be a big guest area that sort of branches out into the rest of the happy place. Whereas for the spooky side of the park, I probably want to spread things out more. Now it's time to show what we've achieved with this first building episode. This is probably my favorite part of it. It looks so cool, the way you can see the Dilophosaurus through this big old Indominus Rex hole in the wall. I think that's really awesome, and the invisible fence is pretty subtle over there. And this is what we've done, but in daylight. Let us look at the cute Omalocephali. Oh my god, they're adorable. Yeah, I feel like this exhibit, it's pretty big, so it needs more species. It also needs some bigger species. I do still really like having the Omalocephali here, because they're so cute, but it needs something more, for sure. So here we have our first little seating section in the happy part of the park. And you can see that we can branch off from here. We can branch off from there, and also in this direction. So this is really like a hub from whence people can explore the rest of this side of the park. Then, of course, we have our main entry section over here, which I think looks pretty great. Really love using the Innovation Center here. A lot of decorations, a lot of planters. And again, the Jurassic World section, really polished and finished. And the Jurassic Park section, which is sort of dilapidated, fallen from grace, dangerous, that sort of stuff. And then we go through here. And we have this amazing section with the Dilophosaurus. Little abandoned research post out there. Alright, so I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a like, and of course subscribe and ring the bell if you don't want to miss the future episodes. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.